Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 25 and another part of our career mode with Toyota in my team. And hopefully you guys are good. Today we've got the Dutch Grand Prix. Of course, last time out, it was all kicking off. George Russell approached us for a drive next season. We are at the maximum point with Zane Maloney, Zach O'Sullivan, Franco Colapinto. We're getting there with Nico Hülkenberg as well, and we are ready to perhaps do some talking very, very soon. At the end of this episode, we will find out maybe who some of our drivers are going to be for next season. But yeah, we've got the Dutch Grand Prix first. It's going to be a good one, so I'll see you guys ready for qualifying when that comes about.
Just look at that sea of orange. No surprises if I tell you we're here in Holland at Zandvoort for the Max Verstappen celebration party. It's a quick track and perfect for high speeds, high stakes qualifying. Welcome along to the Dutch Grand Prix qualifying day.
Okay, here we are then down at the track. Car looking okay. We have gone for the harder setup with tyres again. I do think tyre wear will be an issue. And hot temperatures, of course, so making sure that we are doing as well as we can with tyre wear is the way to do it. So we're going to get out there straight away. We'll take you on a lap of this Zandvoort circuit. And we'll see what we can do. It's a tricky little circuit, this, and not one that I particularly enjoy. It's definitely a track I'm not going to miss when it's not on the calendar anymore. Put it that way. But, you know, if you can get into it... Whoa! Wow.
Okay, that was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
Well, we got on the curb there. And straight into the wall. I mean, what happened here? Well, that's going to be us starting from the back of the grid, obviously. But you can see, coming around here, onto the curb, and it's as if the car just got absolutely locked. I'd love to see that from the off-board shot. So we came round. You can see us there. And we just run a little bit wide. But you can see the car gets absolutely jammed. And into the wall we go. I mean, we opened that DRS. Did that? Well, yeah, I mean, whatever. It has completely ruined our qualifying. Well, there you go. I was not expecting that. As I say, it just got on the curb. It wouldn't turn. So maybe, I don't know if the floor got damaged or something, but yeah. We are going to be starting from the back somewhere where you can't really overtake. That's going to be fun.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and to the Zandvoort circuit. We're 25 miles away from Amsterdam for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. Zandvoort circuit has 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout the 2.6-mile lap. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, and Tsunoda, Hamilton, Sainz, Colapinto, and Alex Albon. Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon, and Lawson. Behrman, Hadja, Nico Hulkenberg, and Gabriel Bortoletto. Doohan, Stroll, Antonelli, and Zach O'Sullivan rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Alongside me here in the commentary box today, former racing driver extraordinaire, Naomi Schiff. Now, Ant, I could go on for hours, and I probably will, about the atmosphere here today, the sea of orange, this Dutch Formula One festival. But once you're in the cockpit, once the visor's down, what are the challenges for the drive?
Well, what an incredible circuit. It feels just like a roller coaster. This track has some extreme banking that if you walk the track, you almost feel like you're horizontal. It also has some blind corners, so make sure you're not looking at the nose of your car and that you're looking far ahead. And if you look far enough past the Orange Army, you might even spot the beach.
Okay, well, here we are then.
Okay, back of the grid. It's not great, but let's make the most of it. Good luck.
So, I think, in all honesty, we want to be getting in quite early and trying to undercut as much as we can. I think, although the overall race time will probably take a bit of a hit, I think coming in early is going to be advantageous on the soft tyres. We've got brand new soft tyres to work with. But yeah, absolute disaster in qualifying. We've decided to take a brand new engine to, you know, we were starting at the back anyway. But we're taking a brand new engine to make sure that we've got one ready for future days to come. Weird that we won 96 on the battery there. I was a little bit worried that it was an old engine that had gone in, but I think we've taken some new parts, obviously all the way to the back we went with that penalty. Now Antonelli is starting back here as well. Remember, he's in a heavily upgraded Mercedes, of which his teammate is starting third. So, you know, Mercedes are very much back in the mix of things. And remember, we are battling them for 4th place in the championship.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
But it's going to be, you know, interesting to see how quickly we can get through the field here and how quickly we could, you know, cut through on these soft tyres. You know, Doohan's gone for softs as well. Plenty of guys out there on soft tyres. But we've got plenty of tyres to work with. If these softs are going off after 5-6 laps, we could come in, put on another set of softs and turn it into a 2-stop race. Ultimately, we want to be out of traffic. You know, we've got pace in the car, certainly top 10 pace. So we should really, whoops, nearly went into the back of Antonelli there, but luckily it ghosted for us. We've got pace in the car, so let's try and use it, try and cut through the field, stay out of trouble. And if we have clean air, then it should be happy days, in theory. That was a pretty good lineup, and here we go then, ready for the lights. Lights out, so where we go here at the Dutch Grand Prix. Very decent start off the grid, past Stroll very, very easily. And, well, Bortoletto and Hulkenberg up ahead. Oh, well, Hulkenberg came across us there, but we managed to squeeze through, and this is a good start. Gonna take a wide outside line here. Use a little bit of ERS on the exit. We got Hadja there on the inside. Don't want to hit the grass. That would have been a bit of a wobbly one, I think. But yeah, chance here possibly on Isaac Hadja. We go down the inside and we are through. Nicely done. So we've already made up 5 positions on the opening lap. And we know, let's just attack. Let's attack on these soft tyres. Got a brand new engine in the back of the car. We go down the inside of Bortoletto. We can take some risks today because we've essentially got nothing to lose. But that is the perfect first lap for us. And we're now up to 16th position. Bit of ERS on the exit there.
Okay, DRS is now available.
And staying within DRS range is going to be absolutely crucial. Now, Lawson is also on softs, but he is a much slower car than the other ones around us. We go round the outside. That was absolutely brilliant.
Nice move, good job.
And we are just behind Fernando Alonso. It's going well so far. This is good. Good racing, clean racing. That's us starting to get back towards where we should be. But we've got to remember, try and look after the tyres. If we can get away with a one-stop, that is going to be our ideal situation today. We go down the inside of Fernando Alonso. We're okay. Managed to keep some of the tyres on the track there. So we didn't track extend, i.e. we don't have to let Alonso back through. DRS open. A little bit of ERS to try and pull away. He's on the hard tyres, so I do feel like
no tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
Should be able to pull away from him in a faster car and on faster tyres. Tell you what, we've got a real pace advantage, haven't we? Already up to 14th place. We are cutting our way through the field nicely here. Ocon's going to be the next victim. And once we're past him, we're into a little run of clean air. Just for a lap or so as we catch up to Ollie Behrman. Is now got to get to lap 11. As I say, I think undercuts are going to be key today. Because as we get further up the field, the harder it is to pass. So here we are on Esteban Ocon.
The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning.
Go down the inside, and that's very nicely done. And we want to get into that 1 second window with Ollie Behrman ASAP. Well, chance on Ollie Behrman here, using our overtake. Got past his teammate into the first corner, and we are now past him. Up into 12th place, and just a couple of places outside the points now. Which is pretty amazing, considering we started in P22. This is a fantastic race so far, going a hell of a lot better than I expected. Let's keep it going. Coming into the pits this lap, I mean, have a look at these tyres. They are absolutely dead. So really important that we get into the pits, get onto a fresh set of tyres and try and get a bit of an undercut here. I think it could be quite powerful.
Okay,
right, we're in.
Clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross.
That's been a very, very good first stint, to be honest. Couldn't have done much better than that.
Okay, go, go, go.
Wait.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
And that looks like we're going to come out just behind. Whoa. Oh, nearly left the white line there. Would have got a penalty there. Just behind Hulkenberg is where we've come out, and should be able to get past him fairly quickly. And then we can set our sights about setting some quick lap times. But yeah, I'm thinking a second pit stop may well be required later on. If that front left tyre is just as horrible at the end of this stint, we're absolutely going to need to come in again. Hulkenberg is holding us up quite a bit here, but should be okay. I'm just gonna ease our way past him here. And Hulkenberg very much accommodating to
no
us.
issues with tyre wear for now. Keep
Of
taking
course,
care
he
of them.
doesn't want to destroy talks with us for next season by putting us out of a race, or worse. So let's see what sort of pace we can put in on hard tyres that are now up to temperature. Well, it's not long and we've caught up to Hulkenberg's teammate Gabriel Bortoletto, and despite him also having DRS on Stroll, we've managed to make it around. Now Albon in the pits as well. Not entirely sure if Albon was ahead of us before. I think maybe he was, so that's a hell of an undercut. And that's a good
Nice
move
work,
on
mate. That brings
Stroll
you up a
as
place.
well. That could have been a real ding-dong, but we managed to get past him nice and easily. And you can see how quickly we are catching up to guys on these newer tyres now. We've got to be a little bit careful. You know, that front left is already 11%, so
Okay,
just got to be
Franco's
careful.
coming in for his stop.
Now this will be interesting. Franco Colapinto into the pits now. He was well ahead of us. Let's see where we come out compared to him. This will really determine whether we can get back into the points today, which would be pretty amazing considering where we've been. But that's doing. I thought it was Sainz. Sainz was the car directly ahead of us when we came into the pits before. Now let's keep an eye on Hadja here. Might be able to pass him. And we passed him round the outside, I think, of that corner before. Going to use a little bit of overtake and try and get him up the hill here. This is risky. Yeah, just going to be patient. There's no point losing our front wing. And we've got a chance here. Yeah, down the inside we go. Nicely done. Caught the inside curve a little bit there, but okay, so we're 6 seconds behind Colapinto.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
6.0 seconds.
And we'll see what our pace is compared to him over the next few laps. Oh yeah, Carlos Sainz coming out of the pit lane now, and we are well ahead. We are well ahead of Carlos Sainz. That is pretty huge.
The car ahead of you's just fitted the hard
That,
tyres. Car
level
ahead
of
now, the
undercut.
hard compound.
Yeah, well, I think it absolutely could be a strategy later on to get onto those softs again. You know, I can't imagine how quick we're going to go on those when everybody else is on old hards or old mediums. But we'll have to just see how we're getting on in this race. I think there's still people to come into the pits, so we're well inside the points now. And we've gained about 6-7 seconds on Sainz, which is unbelievable. So down the pit lane now, but he's leaving the pit
Okay,
lane.
you're in the top 10.
Yeah, good stuff. I mean, Hamilton has been held up by Fernando Alonso. We have caught up to him. And Tsunoda's not far down the road either, so has worked out very, very well for us. Because now we're going to get a bit of DRS support here. And there goes Hamilton on Alonso. Now, Alonso
Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you.
is not going to be accommodating at all, but we head down the inside and we are through quite nicely. So up to P9 now, and this is legitimate position. While Albon out of the session, don't think that's going to make much difference. Certainly don't think it'll be a safety car. But yeah, we're following Hamilton at the moment. That's massively helping, because we're in DRS range to him. Wow.
New strategy available on the MFD.
Again, we've
Copy that.
went into the wall there. Same point that we did in qualifying. I mean, unbelievable. So having to come in now and take that two-stop strategy. And change our front wing as well. This is a disaster. Come on. Right, we're away.
Come on. Perfect job from
This
you
is not
and
good.
the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
So, gonna have to be at our absolute best for the next 10 laps to try and get back into the points. But once again, just got a little bit too much on that curb. Couldn't turn the car. There you go, easily past Jack Doohan there. And that's what we're going to need, but we're going to need a hell of a lot of it. Well, we've done it again.
Mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you.
I
so let's check your
I just can't believe it. Like, this is just ridiculous. Okay, you know, we head a little bit wide. But really, you know, we still had tyres on the tarmac. And we're just riding the curb. And there's nothing we can do straight into the barrier. Well, yeah, it's very tempting to just retire from the race after that.
tyre condition still looking good.
We still have new tyres, don't we? But this is just
Blue flag, blue flag.
ridiculous. And we're now lapped. Well, we get past Hulkenberg, I think, because of the blue flags with Charles Leclerc, but we have absolutely managed to unlap ourselves. Well, we're past Nico Hulkenberg quite easily. Now, we might get a blue flag for Charles Leclerc, but I do think we should be able to pull away from him.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 12.3 seconds.
But yeah, we do have an issue as well. DRS has gone offline, so yeah, it's not been a great final few laps of this Dutch Grand Prix.
Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds a lap. Really good stuff.
But we're staying out there, you know, you never know what can happen. Could be a load of retirements to come, but Yeah, missed opportunity to take. Oh, we get a 10-second penalty for ignoring blue flags. Even though we're clearly quicker than Leclerc. Yeah. Well, we might as well let him past, but...
Flag.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think we are going to just leave it there because it's been a bit of an ordeal, this race. It was absolutely incredible for the first 25 laps or so. And then we got on the curb and ended up going into the wall.
There was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen. He takes victory.
Well, that's 2 wins in a row for them now. That's really going to help them gain confidence and start to build that momentum that they're really going to be looking for.
You just got to say it's very, very poor from us. We went into the wall twice and ended up with no points.
In the back of their mind. Now it's time for their celebrations. Our podium, it awaits. One of the all-time greats celebrates yet again. It's another podium, it's another top step for Max Verstappen.
Well, let's see how the episode ends off. I mean, Franco, excellent performance from him. Another good 6 points there.
Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
But we were just behind Lewis on the racetrack. You know, we'd have finished 9th today, got a couple of points for our efforts. And, well, I mean, we're still well ahead of Mercedes, but we need to be very, very careful. But that, yeah, is a bit of a shame, isn't it? But yeah, let's have a little look then at driver market, because, of course, we should have the option now to speak to drivers and maybe even offer them a contract. We will see. So, contract window open. So we can go to driver talks now.
Now the contract window is open. We should review the status of our driver negotiations. Let's select one of your drivers.
So can we talk to Nico?
Now that the contract window is open, we need to decide who to offer a contract to. You can offer a contract or a counteroffer to any driver provided you've reached a certain level of progress with talks. Though you may find that drivers yet to find a seat later in the season start to become a bit more flexible about contract details. But wait too long, and you might find that another team manages to sign them first. So it's a risky strategy.
I think we want to have a little look at sending a contract to...
Okay, set. Now we wait.
Nico?
Hopefully we'll hear back soon, but these things do tend to drag on. Let's keep our fingers crossed and just focus on what we can control. I'll let you know.
And I think we also want to send a contract to George Russell. He approached us. Let's see whether we would be able to sign him as well. I mean, that would be a pretty meta lineup next season, wouldn't it? But yeah, driver window open. Okay, so that is where we're going to leave it then. Or do we? Well, should we progress ahead a little bit and see if we can do any more? Since it's been such a frustrating episode. Okay, development on that. That all looks good. Cool. Okay, research-wise, probably want to do a little bit more on the chassis if we can. That looks good. And another one of these. We haven't got enough. Right, let's do durability. Seems good. Okay, cool. Right. Facility improvements. Chassis breakthrough. Let's go for that. Nice. Right, let's push forward then. Let's see if we hear anything back.
Please.
What's this? Ooh. Yes, let's do that. Right, quick look then at driver talk. So we're still awaiting a response. It looks like we are. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Right. Fun son.
Hey, Chief. We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.
Yeah, I'm not sure why stuff is paused. Yeah, don't know. Right, that's where we're going to leave it for today then. If you have enjoyed that, then give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.